There have been 6 unseeded Grand Slam winners, 2 of them happened at the US Open, so the smart money would go on betting that a seeded player will win this year's US Open, and today, for once, we are going to do the smart thing and evaluate all of the seeded players' chances at winning the US Open, and we are going to do it tier list style. These will be the tiers: champion, top 8, non-seeded surprise, you were here I guess, underperformer, here for the bag, and finally flop. So without further ado, let's do this. And I want to start it off with a bang because I think and truly hope that Aryna Sabalenka will flop this US Open. Her performance in Montreal, ass. Her performance against Muchova in Cincinnati, ass. So say goodbye to the chances at being number 1 in the world and get into the flop tier. Speaking of world number 1s, next up is Karolina Pliskova, and listen, I don't want to be harsh towards her, but she's just simply washed. Last time she won 2 matches in a row was in April, so it would be delusional to expect her to do anything but flop. Sorana Cirstea, Magdalena, Ekaterina Alexandrova are just here to fill up the numbers. Nothing personal against them, but I don't think they are going to do anything of note. The same goes for Veronika Kudermetova and 2017 finalist Madison Keys. Now let's talk about Beatriz Haddad Maia, and for some reason I feel like Bia will go to the US just for the bag. She got her great results at the French Open and Wimbledon, and I just think that fatigue has finally caught up with her and we won't see the best of Haddad Maia at the US Open, because I think that Qinwen Zheng will be the one to pull off an unexpectedly great result at this tournament. Everybody is waiting for her to break through. She has undeniable talent that everyone acknowledges, but her Grand Slam results have been lacking until this US Open, because as I said, I predict that she will make her breakthrough. Nothing from her lead-up results suggests that it's going to happen, but sometimes you just have that feeling in your body, and right now I'm willing to believe in that feeling that tells me that she will be in the top 8. I expect for Elina Svitolina to be in the mix for the top 8. Maybe I'm being too optimistic, but I love the mindset that she has come back with. She impressed everyone in Wimbledon and the French Open, so I don't see a reason as to why she couldn't finish out the year strong with a nice result in New York. The same goes for Victoria Azarenka. I'm expecting for her to be at least in the mix for the top 8. I mean, hardcore majors are the best for her, so there is little reason to believe that she won't perform well this year. Angelina Kalinina and Elisabetta Cocciaretto are classic cases of players inflating their rankings by being great on one surface, which is clay obviously, but it also means that they will not do anything meaningful at the US Open, and I would say that they are here just for the bag. Marie Buskova will probably focus more on doubles than singles, so I don't expect anything great from her, and the same goes for Elise Mertens. It seems like she cares more about her doubles career, which is an interesting choice to make at 27 years old when you are pretty solid in singles, but that's her choice and it is what it is. Get Potapova off my screen, she's flopping in the first round and I won't elaborate on it. Now that we are here, let's knock out some of the remaining flops, and they are Caroline Garcia and Belinda Bencic. As far as Caroline goes, I think her placement is pretty self-explanatory. She has been offensively average this season and I don't see it changing at the last Grand Slam of the year. And Belinda is someone who plays great or flops, and this time around she will flop. Next one up is Donna Vekic, and listen, I'm going to be real. Donna for me is like Andrei Rublev is for tennis Twitter community, which means I sometimes overrate her abilities just because I have a crush on her. An intelligent decision would be to learn from my mistakes, but that's not what we are going to do here, and you can best believe that I'm predicting that Donna Vekic will be in the mix for the top 8 at the very least. Also, you can be 100% sure that I wanted to be unrealistically positive about my compatriot Elena Ostapenko's chances at the US Open, but I couldn't do this time around. Her results at the lead-up tournaments didn't encourage me to believe that she can do special things in New York, but I still think that she will be in the mix for the top 8. Barbora Krejcikova has been awful recently and I'm pretty sure she knows it, so she is waiting for the end of the season and her only goal in New York is to collect the bag. As far as Lyudmila Samsonova goes, I feel that some people might expect a bit too much from her after her success in Montreal, but I don't think that she will do anything of note at the tournament, so I think that she will underperform here. The same goes for Marketa Vondrousova, who will have high expectations just because she won in Wimbledon, which I don't think is fair, but relative to the expectations, I think she will underperform as well. You can put Daria Kasatkina and Petra Kvitova in the same underperforming boat as well. Maria Sakkari is a perpetual great but not exceptional player, which is something that still deserves respect. With that being said, I don't think she is going to fight for the title, but I feel like we will see her in the top 8. Karolina Muchova is someone who I always enjoy watching, and when she is healthy, her chances at doing something big at the Grand Slam are great, and I think that she will do very solid at this US Open, and I predict that she will be in the top 8. Jelena Rybakina is great, there is no doubt about it, but she does seem a bit tired and she does seem pretty banged up, so I don't think she is a title contender this time around, but she should be happy with being in a top 8, especially if we take into account her last year's first round loss at the US Open and how much of an improvement top 8 finish would be in comparison. Now we are down to the final 4, 2 Americans, Coco Gauff and Jessica Pegula, and last year's finalist Iga Swiatek and Ons Jabeur. And for me, based on their form, Ons is the first odd one out. She just doesn't fill me with confidence before the tournament, and I think the top 8 will be a good spot for her, and even at that, there is a chance that I'm overrating her and she will perform worse than expected. Now I am going to make Americans happy because I think that none of the WTA Big 3 will win at the US Open, because I just don't see Iga replicating her last year's run. Simple as that, which leaves us with an all-American top 2, Montreal champion Jessica Pegula and Cincinnati title holder Coco Gauff. Both are doubles partners, both are in great form right now, but unfortunately both of them can't win the US Open, so my pick as the champion of the 2023 edition of the US Open is Jessica Pegula. Call me crazy, call me any other name, but I think it's finally her time to fulfill her destiny. Coco had an unbelievable confidence boosting lead up to the final major of the year, but her winning US Open would be too much. So those are my predictions. 3 of my non-seeded surprises are Janina Wickmeyer if she gets through qualies, Sloane Stevens if she decides to try, and Bianca Andreescu if she even gets healthy enough to play. The full tier list is on the screen right now. Comment your thoughts on it down below, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, take it easy, my friend.